I'm Katharine Kelly Rhudy, and I live in New Orleans, Louisiana. I've been here for 2 years. I have a residential interior design firm that is now transitioning into a bit of interior renovations as well. I kind of had a circuitous route into interior design. I started at Sotheby's, New York. That's where my career started. So I was there, learned a lot about art and antiques I was there for about 5 years, and I decided, you know what, I love this. I'm going to become an antique dealer. So I was an antique dealer for about 15, 16 years. Loved it. Actually came to New Orleans a lot to buy at auctions here. Started going to England at first, and then it just got too crazy. But like in 2007, when antiques were kind of going out of style, like brown furniture was not what people wanted. Fortunately, one of my antiques clients asked me, will you come and decorate our house? And I said, yeah, sure. And so that's how it started. I did 3 of their houses, and then it kind of just fell into place after that. Right now, I'm in the process of getting the actual certificate. I started out with a handyman's license that allows my crew to do up to $100,000 of renovation work, which in general at this point is pretty much what we do, which is kitchens and bathrooms kind of thing. But if we get farther down the road where we're doing whole home renovations, like my crew just did this house. It took a year and a half, an old 1900s. It had been turned into a multifamily, and we turned it back into a single family. So that's how I kind of segued into this whole contracting aspect of design, which is really the way that it probably should be done. You want to have your design work pretty much confirmed and figured out before you start ripping down walls. I grew up in a southern Georgian house, so naturally I love that style. It's the symmetry of it. I love the furniture and the design, and my personal collection tends to be centered around that. I've collected for a lot of years in the Georgian style, but recently I've really gotten intrigued by the mid-century modern, especially the art. And so what I've started trying to do now is doing a little bit more mixing. Like you said, a lot of people are more interested in moving away from like restoration hardware kind of furniture, big stores like that, and moving into mixing, a modern piece here, modern lighting with some old, cabinets or whatever. And so it makes a much more interesting composition. And so in fact, there's a painter, I think he's a Connecticut, maybe New York painter, Stanley Bate, and a fabulous mid-century abstract painter that I used several of his paintings in a very traditional design scheme for an older couple in Connecticut, and it really worked really well. So that's where I'm trying to move towards, is mixing. And like you said, antiques have become fashionable again. And, before people were like, no, I don't want brown furniture. And now they're like, well, it's, one, it's better made. And it's just so much more character. This whole maximalist design trend, return to opulence, more is more. I'm all about that. I am literally a wallpaper whore. I would put wallpaper everywhere. I have to really restrain myself. So that whole trend of bringing wallpaper back, fringe, tassels, on window treatment, I love putting tapes and tassels on pillows. The mixing of the furniture styles, which is part of that whole trend. Luxurious fabrics like velvets and chenilles, and then collecting objects, collections of paintings, or like I'm a big painting collector, and stacking them, and whatever, glassware, whatever. So that I really think that we're moving away from that minimalist trend that's been popular for years. And I think people, because of the pandemic, just want to feel cozy. They want to feel like and make their spaces more personal. There are some very good local furniture makers here, very unique furniture makers. Doorman Designs is one of them. I try to use Doorman Designs as much as I can, mostly for 4-post beds, because of course we have these massive ceilings. So a 4-post bed, not the typical wooden kind. These are a little bit more modern. They're like black steel with brass design elements and stuff like that, really, or wood design elements, really very chic. I do work I go to High Point, and so I love finding new furniture makers, and Alfonso Marina is one that I just love. I still don't know what I want to be when I grow up. I think that my career path is continually changing all the time. I like new challenges and learning new skills. Like I said, I'm kind of transitioning into this sort of more of a design build firm. And, I was toying with last night this digital marketing store, because I do see so many great things at High Point or in antique stores or things like that you just don't see anywhere. And I feel like I'd love to just put a curated collection together of, things that, can make, like Alfonso Marina. I mean, you just, sort of things like that. Their bar stools are fabulous.